I want to say, I was very tempted 2 times in this video to quit. It's what's on the outside that counts, isn't that what they say? Now it goes into the fridge for an hour and then we try it. Hey everyone, I'm Dave and welcome back to the AI Kitchen. Today we're gonna make, oh no, we don't call it the AI Kitchen anymore. Cooking with Dave. Today we're gonna make a Keto Yule Log Cake, which seems like kind of a challenge. It looks sort of like a stromboli, but it's chocolate and filling and all this other stuff, but it's also still somehow gonna be low carb. It's gonna be an interesting challenge. I've never done it before. We've got ChatGPT creating the recipe. Let's get to it. All right, so to start it off, we're gonna mix some dry ingredients, starting off with half a cup of almond flour. And we also need, actually, I wonder if I should put that over there. I don't know, we'll be fine. I won't add it twice unless I do. We then wanna add a 1/4 cup of unsweetened cocoa powder. I usually use the Hershey's, but I cheaped out this time and got the Baker's Corner, which I think is the Walmart brand. I did make a mess just now. Good job. I always think I'm ready and then I realize I don't have any of my measuring implements, you know, like the spoons and the cups and so on and so forth. All right, up next we need a teaspoon of baking powder added into the mix and then probably salt. Let me take a look, someone's still on there. 1/4 teaspoon of salt. I feel like my chances of success on this recipe are rather low, but you know what? If we do it, guys, it means literally any of you can do it. And how impressive would that be to walk into the Christmas party with a delicious Yule log cake, very traditional, but keto. I just added a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. We then want to add half a teaspoon of xanthan gum. I almost didn't record today because my back is being very mean to me lately. I pulled it. I have this bad habit of lifting very heavy things incorrectly. There's a half teaspoon of xanthan gum going in there next. And so I went to the chiropractor and they adjusted me and that didn't really help. All right, then we're just gonna stir this up, kind of combine and whisk. You're supposed to use a whisk, but I don't know where one is. So we're just gonna use a fork to mix that up as our base for our chocolate sponge cake. So for the Yule log, you need a chocolate sponge cake that you can like roll like a stromboli and then put all the filling inside. Sounds pretty good, doesn't it? We're gonna set that aside and work on our wet ingredients. And for the wet ingredients, we need egg yolks. So I got my fancy egg yolker thingy. This is like $6 on, I think Amazon, I can't remember. Walmart, maybe Walmart. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Check out how easy it makes it. You take the egg, you crack it. Oh, wait, I might be doing this wrong. Oh, there you go. Drop it into here, and boom. It separates the yolk and the egg white. And what do we need again? Separated, so I think we need both. In another bowl, add the yolks. Okay, so I'm gonna add the yolks to this bowl, and I need 6 of them. So 6 yolks go into this bowl, like so, and I will work on that. But anyways, what I was saying was, I don't wanna get any shells in this. I went to the chiropractor, didn't really help, but some comments on YouTube here and the chiropractor I went to both said I should try yoga. You know, I'm always down for an adventure. So last night I went and I tried yoga for the first time in my life. Kind of awkward. I was the only guy there, that's for sure. And I had the least experience by a mile. Well, I had no experience. And everyone else had some experience, so yeah, we'd say that's the least experience, right? It wasn't too bad. No one really made fun of me or anything, which was good. But I was falling all over the place and have no balance. And honestly, after I did that, my back felt great for like an hour. All the stretching and stuff I think really helped. But then when I woke up this morning, it was pretty bad again, so. I don't know. Maybe that's one of those things you gotta do for a while. If any of you guys do yoga, let me know. Should I keep going for it? Kind of expensive, but not too bad. It's like 15 bucks every time I go. Cheaper than the chiropractor. The chiropractor was implying that like people who do yoga consistently end up not even needing a chiropractor because they're always like their muscles are all, this is a weird topic. Anyway, 6 egg yolks, 6 egg whites separated. I did a decent job. There's a little yolk in the white. We'll use it anyways. Okay, now we're gonna take the egg yolks and mix in 3 1/4 cups of Confectioners Swerve or any sort of powdered erythritol that you can find. This is the one that I have available near me. We need 3/4 cups of it. I had to stop talking about my back because I realized I was getting dangerously close to receiving a bunch of comments that said, stop talking, too much talking, just show us the recipe. Not everyone does that, but there's always a group that does. Let me level this off. All right, 3/4 cups of the powdered erythritol Swerve type ingredient, and then you mix it in with the egg yolks, a little blender or something. This is where I normally mess recipes up, and hopefully I don't at this point, but I need to thicken this by blending it for a while until it turns pale and thickened. And I don't know how long that is. I'm gonna just go for like 3 minutes and we'll see if it looks different. It kind of seems good, right? Kinda? Definitely is lightened up and it's thicker. That was 2 minutes. Maybe I'll do another 25 seconds just to be safe. Okay, now we're gonna slowly add our dry ingredients. I'm really bad at this type of recipe. Like, I'm looking ahead and I gotta do the same thing with the egg whites and blend those to the right amount. Some people are gonna watch this and be like, Dave, you're doing it all wrong. Hopefully I get lucky and do real good this time, guys. Let's see. It's worth the ride. Stick with me. All right, we're slowly adding in the dry ingredients. Add a little more, like so. And now we're gonna add the last little bit. Oh, it's pretty thick, huh? Let me get it all off here because I'm gonna have to use this mixer again for the egg whites. All right, so I'm gonna set that aside. Now we're gonna work on the egg whites. I will say with this recipe, I pulled a real Daveism where I didn't read the recipe in advance. And so I kind of intentionally did that though because I was scared it was gonna be super hard and it would make me not wanna do it. And it might be a good thing that I held off because I'm a little nervous about this one. All right, just put all the egg whites into this bowl. Okay, so I have to beat the egg whites until soft peaks form and then gradually add in 1/4 cup of the Swerve. So let's try it. You can't really see in my bowl, but if I go like that, maybe you can. So I'm just gonna get it going and then I'll add in a 1/4 cup of Swerve. We need soft peaks to form. I'm gonna get this measured out. You guys tried the Keto Chex Mix yet? That recipe was so good, you gotta try it. We're beating this till soft peaks form and then we'll add the Swerve. All right, so I feel like maybe these are soft peaks, maybe not. Either way, we're gonna add in our powdered Swerve and then keep stirring for a lot longer until it's stiff peaks in there. Dang, it's close. Hey look, those are kind of stiff peaks, look at that. I have to like really move it. I think we might be there, guys. See, they're not really moving. I'm calling it good. Let me know in the comments if I've screwed this up again. I now have to combine it with this other mixture. All right, hopefully this works. I need to now fold this in. Oh gosh, I hope this is right. Fold it into this mixture, which is like really thickened. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing, guys. Sometimes you watch me to see me fail, right? I mean, there's gotta be some people out there that enjoy the Dave failing aspect of the show. And that seems like it might be one of these. I don't know. It seems too liquidy still. It really does. It seems really liquidy. I'm supposed to gently fold it in, but it's like just pure water. I don't know. So we stir this all up, I guess. We're supposed to gently fold it, but I don't know. I have so much doubt in myself right now. I really do. I could ask you to comment and give me peace of mind, but it's too late. It's already done. The fail has happened. Or the success, but probably the fail. Okay. This just looks like a really poorly made milkshake. All right, before you give me a hard time about the whole like folding in the egg whites too early, which I might be doing, I've literally been stirring that for over 20 minutes. 20 minutes. I mean, how long is this supposed to take? Seriously. Look at this, there's like chunks in here. Ah, this can't be right. This literally can't be right, look at the chunks. Well guys, I think we failed this recipe. It's all wrong. All right guys, so I threw this in the oven anyways, although I kind of gave up on it. You see it's got these chocolate chunks in it everywhere. I looked into it on ChatGPT. It says you're supposed to add water if it's that chunky. But it almost kind of looks the consistency of sponge cake, so we might be able to make it work anyways, I was thinking. While it's warm, I cooked that for 12 minutes. I literally just poured what I had into this and said, we'll see what it looks like. Since it does kind of look sponge cake-like, we might be able to get away with it and just you'll have to cook the base better. But I don't know. We're going to continue the test. I'm going to put it on a cheesecloth doubled up and roll it. I'm using my camera because I've already moved on to the next recipe. I rage quit and now I'm working on something else. But now that I've had some time to cool off, I might try to still save this. All right, so there it is on the cheesecloth. I literally just turned it over and took the parchment paper away. And again, I don't mean to do this on my cell phone, but what I'm supposed to do is roll it now. I'm just gonna roll this up. You're supposed to use a kitchen towel, which I don't have one. So I'm just using cheesecloth, and hopefully this is okay. All right, guys, so we're gonna continue to try to make this Yule log cake. We've got the sponge cake, and I know it's not perfect. We got chunks of chocolate in it, but the consistency is okay, because I do think we did the egg whites right. I just think, based on me talking to ChatGPT here, I should have added a little water to loosen up the chocolate part, and then it would have integrated better and been more uniform. But I still think we can get there and have something. And at home, you can just adjust the chocolate part a little bit less dry so that it integrates better. And so we still could have a great recipe here, and this might still taste okay, although a little inconsistent. So we need to make our whipped cream filling. And to do that, we need a ½ cup of mascarpone cheese, softened, which is this right here. And we will need a cup, I believe, of heavy whipping cream. So we'll take the mascarpone first. This stuff looks crazy. I don't think I've ever used mascarpone in a recipe before. So ½ cup of that. I don't know, this still might come out. This is a really hard recipe. I should have probably pre-read it and realized it was complicated. All right, so we're gonna add a cup of heavy whipping cream to this as well. So you got mascarpone and whipping cream, and what else? ½ cup of Swerve. ½ cup of Swerve Confectioners, to be exact. That is a sugar-free, because we are doing keto Yule Log Cake. And then the last thing in this whipped cream filling is a teaspoon of vanilla extract. We bring back the handy-dandy KitchenAid and we mix. And we're basically gonna, I assume this is just gonna turn into a whipped cream after a couple minutes of mixing. Okay, so that, total fail. Totally wasted all that. So we're gonna try to see if we can recover here. We need a cup of heavy cream. Cup of heavy cream, which will be the whole thing, in a bowl. And then we add into the heavy cream a ½ cup of Swerve. I'm a little short on the mascarpone because I wasted so much of it. We had a ½ cup of the Swerve and then the teaspoon of vanilla. Now, once we add those three things, that is when we start to mix and turn it into like a frosting. The mascarpone is supposed to go in after. So we're gonna try again, and we're just gonna mix this up without the mascarpone until we have a stiff peak situation. All right, so we got some stiff peaks on there. We're gonna add the mascarpone in, ½ cup. Remember, I'm just gonna use my finger like some sort of creature instead of using something proper. Really disgust everyone watching. I wasn't planning on doing that. It's just, you know, what I did. I will mix that in as well. And that should be our filling. I'm gonna taste it. It's good and it's sweet and I like it. All right, we gotta go over to the stovetop to make the chocolate ganache. This is a very complex recipe. Have I mentioned that, guys? Okay, guys, I'm back and I'm ready to make the chocolate ganache frosting. I had to go back to the store. Third Publix trip of the day. We're really doing well. What we have to do first is get some heavy cream and heat it in a saucepan until it begins to simmer. And it says we need 3/4 of a cup. So I gotta turn that down a little. The problem was I used too much heavy cream because I messed up. So there we go, we've got 3/4 of a cup of heavy cream in there. Now we gotta let that simmer, and then we're gonna add some chocolate to it. We're gonna use the Lily's chocolate chips, and we are gonna need 6 ounces, which is like the whole bag. Now the recipe technically says chopped chocolate, sugar-free chocolate. I asked ChatGPT if I could use the Lily's semi-sweet, and it said yes, so should be okay either way. Actually, it says, well, once this gets to like a simmer temperature, we're gonna pour it over the chocolate. So I'm gonna put the chocolate in like a bowl or something so we can pour the milk onto it, just like that. All right, so it's kind of bubbling at the edge here, so I'm going to dump it over the chocolate chips and hopefully it's gonna work. And I'm supposed to let it sit on the chocolate chips for 2 minutes and it should melt them, we'll see. Okay, so it's been, what has it been? It's been about 2.5 minutes, so I'm gonna stir this up and see if the chocolate chips melted. It looks like they might have. Yeah, mostly. Now I'm gonna add 2 tablespoons of butter in here as well while I'm mixing it up, and also a teaspoon of vanilla, which is just 2 of these ½ teaspoons. Our dogs are gonna battle each other over there. We're just gonna mix this up and hopefully it turns into a delicious looking ganache in just a second. All right, so I'm just gonna keep stirring this and hopefully it turns into the most amazing ganache we've ever seen as it kind of melts. And we're going to take back our sponge cake we made earlier. I'm gonna stir that a little bit more in a minute. We're gonna unroll it, essentially. Oh, and it's gonna break because that's how we roll. It's gonna break a little bit. It wouldn't be a Cooking with Dave video if it didn't massively fail. Oh no. It's been a labor of love, folks. A failed labor of love. At this point, we might as well finish it out. I'm having quite a day. So imagine it hadn't fallen apart. Then you would take your mascarpone cream and you'd put it inside the roll, like so. All yummy looking. And now this would have been like, that's sticking to the cheesecloth. What an epic fail. Put it on the outside too. This has got to be the world's worst cooking channel, without a doubt. We're pasting it back together. All right, let's throw a bunch more of the mascarpone on top. Al Capone's mascarpone. And then this will be the last, there we go, like that, I think. I don't know, is the mascarpone supposed to be contained? I'm gonna throw this onto like a cutting board, you know, for display purposes. I don't know what display purposes. Is there supposed to be like the mascarpone on the outside too? I don't know. Let's go for it, why not? I've got enough. Making a thing here, guys. We're making a keto Yule log nightmare. That's what I'm gonna call it. And you know, that nightmare is my cooking ability. Goodness gracious. This isn't gonna work because I can't pour the chocolate over it on a cutting board. I should have put it on like a serving platter or something. Would have been way more logical. But hey, what's another dish? And we take our chocolate ganache. All right, then we pour our chocolate sauce over the top, like so. Hey, you know what? It looks good, even if it's all jacked up inside. It's what's on the outside that counts, isn't that what they say? Now it goes into the fridge for an hour, and then we try it. All right, guys, this has been a real emotional roller coaster, this recipe. I feel like, you know, we could make it look a little better if we took it out and put it on like a platter or something. But who are we trying to impress? If we were trying to impress anyone, we already heavily failed. This is our Yule log keto cake. Celebrate Christmas. And you know what? It doesn't even look that terrible. It kind of looks like a Yule log. This could be the greatest comeback ever if it actually tastes good. Moment of truth. We're gonna try the Yule log sponge cake. Not hopeful. You know what? It's pretty good. It's pretty good. It really is, Tina. It's been a real nightmare cooking it, but that's my own shortcomings. All right. The white filling, the mascarpone filling, delicious. The chocolate ganache, absolutely delicious. We knew this was gonna be the case. The sponge cake consistency is a little off. There's a little bit of graininess from that overly dry chocolate portion. I think if you did this recipe, you'd want to just somehow address that by adding a little bit of water before you add in the stiff-peaked egg whites. All in all, guys, we did successfully make a keto Yule log cake, and it tastes pretty good. The only thing that's the issue is the sponge cake's consistency, but everything else is delicious. So I want to say, I was very tempted 2 times in this video to quit. Actually due to the back pain I referred to earlier in the night or the morning. And then the other part was just like running out of ingredients, doing the steps wrong, things going wrong. But I stuck it out and I got something that's a lot better than if I had done nothing. So don't give up, keep trying. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.